Next, we got a great guest to bring to the table. We are so excited. The biggest breakout star of this year, and certainly the funniest. She starred in Girls Trip, became the first black female comic to host SNL, and now she's got a new book. It is called The Last Black Unicorn. Please welcome Tiffany Haddish. To talk about Girls Trip, blew up like this. Hey, what'd you think about those dance moves?
I thought those dance moves were really good.
Yeah.
Remind me of the 90s. Took me back to the old school, girl. Back when I used to do them executive parties and bar mitzvahs.
Tell us about that. This is real. She's not kidding about that.
No, I used to be what you would call an energy producer. I would go to events and I would produce energy, have the party popping, okay? Get the old men up on the floor dancing, everybody partying, having a good time.
Okay, well, you kind of got us going, but there's a microphone in front of you. You can show us your skills right now.
Be a hype man.
You still got it?
Oh, no, it's not a hype man.
Oh,
it's an energy producer.
Go ahead.
All right, everybody, are we ready to have a good time this morning? Are you ready to shake a tail feather? It's a celebration.
Yes, it is.
It's a celebration all across the nation. Kick that music, DJ. Come on, Big Daddy. Come on.
Right into it. First to do that.
Oh my!
It was either that or die of strangulation. What's my choice? Now that's an energy producer.
That is called How You Train a Man.
Oh
Make 'em wear a
my!
tie. You go wherever you want them to.
I think George is gonna have some nightmares over that one. That was good.
He's in love with me now.
We're in love with this right here.
Oh, thank
We're
you.
in love with this book right here. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, this book is basically my experiences in life and to my recollection, how my life went and how it's been so far. And it got some of my goals in there and just what I've been through. You know, I grew up in foster care. I've moved around a lot, been through some tumultuous situations, and I always try to find the bright side of anything dark going on, anything hard to deal with. I always try to find, what's the funny in this? What's the fun in it? Why am I going through this? Some things you just can't find nothing funny about it, but you're doing, it's happening to you for a reason, and probably to help others. That's how I feel. So share the story, share the experience, and maybe it'll help somebody else in their journey.
So why unicorn?
Well, I say unicorn because I used to get picked on in school a lot, right? Because I had like what I thought was a mole on my forehead. Actually, it was a wart. And so I had a wart growing out my forehead, and it kind of looked like a horn. And kids used to call me a dirty unicorn. They used to be like, look at you a dirty unicorn and all this stuff. And it used to hurt my feelings really bad. And I did things to myself that I probably shouldn't have did. And I started to think to myself, you know what? They saying this for a reason. Obviously, they like me because they looking at my horn. Obviously, they into me. I'm going to start taking what they say and use it for me. So I start calling myself a unicorn. And I used to only say it in my head. And then as I got older, I'm like, you know what? I'm finna take all the stuff the mean bullies used to say to me, and I'm going to make money off of it.
Yeah, you're doing it.
So, thank you, James. Thank you, Terrell. Kiosha, all of y'all, thank you.
And you talked about And Robin says it all the time. Something she learned from her mother, taking your mess and making it your message. And that's what you're doing in the book. And you talking about how you think it's happening to you to help other people. And it kind of with Mary J. Blige. You hung out with her at a party and didn't know you helped her. And did you hang out with her again since then?
Okay, so we met at Queen Latifah's house. I talk about it in the book. And I've been trying to get her to be my best friend ever since, right? Trying to get a hold of her and everything. And we just, it was my birthday weekend, and I went to a DJ Khaled's birthday party, and we was dancing and stuff. And I ran into Mary, and she's like, I need to tell you something. I was like, what? Oh my God, I love you. She was like, no, listen. Like, she was like, that day at La's house, you know, I was going through a lot and nobody knew about it at the time, but you made me laugh so hard. You made me feel so good and made me forget about all my problems, and I just want to thank you so much for that. And I was like, girl, you made me forget about all my problems with all your good music and stuff. And we was tooting each other's horns, basically. I was like, let's stop tooting each other's horns. And you single, I'm single, all these men at this party, we could pick anything we want, right? And she was like, I don't see why not. And I was like, oh, look at him right there. And I introduced myself to him and stuff, gave him a little curtsy. I was like, you fine, you beefy, and everything. And I was like, Mary, ain't he fine? Ain't he beefy? And she was like, girl, that's my security. And then I looked at her and I said, well, what days do we have off? What is his off days?
Tell us how Girls Trip has impacted your life.
Wow. I mean, I've seen it. Girls Trip has really transformed everything for me. Like, it's really changed a lot of things. Like, I'm able to pay my mortgage on time now. I still drive a Honda, though. I still drive a Honda, but I'm gonna move up to a Tesla. You know, Ellen hooked me up with a rental. She hooked me up with a rental.
Why are you looking at us like that?
Because maybe y'all can give me one for real. You got money? Maybe you can hook it up.
Oh my God.
I tell you what, when people read this book, they'll understand. Everyone knows, you know, Tiffany Haddish, she just popped up out of nowhere.
No, I didn't. I've been here a long time.
You've been here a long time. You've earned every bit of this, and we are so proud of you, and we're so happy you came in here.
Thank you.
And if you were not in a good morning, the energy producer got you in a good mood this morning if you weren't already in one.
Yeah, good morning.
And Tiffany, thank you again so much. And Tiffany's book, The Last Black Unicorn, it is out now. I suggest everybody go out there and get it. And everybody here, you're going home with a copy of the book. Yes.